Hi guys, it's Phantom Dork here, and in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys some tips and tricks on how to build some stuff. So without further ado, first off, I want to tell you guys about my community world. It is, in my opinion, it is very nice. You guys have seen it before, but inside of room 2, specifically, I want to show you my new and latest drop of a map. And it's this. Basically, it's a horror PvP thing where you have to try and escape without dying from somebody. But I'm gonna show you guys specifically how to make some stuff, or well, like tips and tricks, and I'm gonna be remaking well, not really remaking since, yeah, but I'm gonna be showing you guys some tips and tricks on how to do stuff. So yeah, but first let me show you on how to kind of make like a house a little bit if you're new to Yeeps. By the way, if you guys are new to this channel, please make sure you like and subscribe. I try to post some videos every week, but sometimes I take a break, through winter for the past 2 years. I have been taking breaks for winter on posting videos. So, yep. So yep, let me show you guys how to build stuff like a house. Step 1, go to creative mode. And then step 2, get some building material, get the building blocks you will need. And let me place out some of the building blocks you will need. It can be almost any type of this. Or you can either use this or this, depends on if you have this block or not. But for today's video, we are going to be doing this. And then next you will need this. So those are all the blocks you'll need, just 4 simple blocks, and it will be very easy. So first what you're going to do is, what you do is place down this block wherever you want to make the house. Next you place down this block, then whatever type of thing you kind of want to do. But today we're just going to be doing 4 of them. We're just going to be doing I don't really know how to say this, but just like a basic house, kind of just like basic 4x4 house that has like 4 of the, it doesn't matter. I don't know what we're really going to call it, but yep, you're basically going to do this. And here's the hack. Basically, you put wherever you want to put it, right in the center of where you want to, you put the 1x1 block right there, or wherever you really want to build it. And then what you do next is you use these to build kind of like plus sign or like a T, and then you add the 1x1s across like this. And then what you do next is, you'll notice the reason why we do that is so that way you can line them up for those blocks, and then you kind of make like a window a little bit. But make sure at each of the end parts with these and these, you put this like this. That is very important. So yeah, so now that you got this, we're going to be taking this block and putting it in the middle. So it will perfectly fit if you did it correctly. And if not, then you might need to retry it, but it's up to you if you'd like. And then personally, I'm just going to be, for the walls, you can either do this for the walls. You can either do this for the walls, leaving an opening like that to do this, or how I like to sometimes do it if I want to make like a, and if you want to make like a brick interior wall, which is what I'm going to actually be doing. If you want to build something like a castle, what you do is you do this. Make sure you don't do this, but instead you do this by putting it one block over, kind of like this. And then you start doing that for however high you want it to be. And then, yeah. And then what you do now is you make sure you leave kind of like a gap for where the door is supposed to be. Now if you want to, you can make in like old fashioned door before the doors inside of Jeeps were actually made. You can do something like this. Not like that, but like this. But how we're also, again, how we're going to be doing it is we are also going to be adding a door wherever the doors are. That's what we need. So yeah, I forgot to mention that you will or might need a door. Depends on how you like it. But, yeah, we're going to be adding a door right here. Now when you run into this problem, what you're going to do is you're going to grab this one by one block, and start doing that. So yeah, and if it looks weird like this, don't worry, it's perfectly fine. You'll still be able to open the doors perfectly fine. But if you do something like this, the door won't open. But this side will, so don't do that. So yep, then you do, and then I'll cut back to you when when I'm done, I guess. Oh wait, the video is not doing that. Okay, I didn't actually really want. I was too bored to do a time lapse, so I'm just gonna be talking to you guys while I do this because I don't want to spend the rest of my night editing. So yeah, I'll try to do this as quick as possible because this year, what I want to try doing after this video is I want to try to put my best effort inside of videos while not trying to sacrifice the quality of the videos. So more often I will be editing my videos Don't paint it. I did not mean to do that. Alright, I'm just gonna do that. I know it's not the right color, but it will do. So, yep, then, yeah, you continue doing this. Now, what we are going to be doing is we're going to be adding a wall. Not wall, but, what I meant to say was a window. So when this happens, you do this. Yep, then you do this, like this, for like the window, if you want to add a window. If not, you don't have to. It's completely up to you. Oh, I guess that kind of, it's perfectly, I guess, I don't know. Anyway, yep. Yep, now, you'll kind of notice if this ends up happening, just covered up like this. So what we will be doing is we will be doing it like this to where the point where it does. So basically what, alright, here, let me show you this again. So we're going to add a pillar in the front of this. Now I know I haven't got this halfway done yet, so I'm just going to be showing you what to kind of do with the roof a little bit. If you want to, you can make a little opening, but we're not. So yeah, I would get a friend to help me with the wall, but obviously I don't feel like that would necessarily be helping. That would just be, I don't know, but yeah. Now, if it seems like I might be quiet, it's just sometimes I like to focus. Sometimes I focus kind of like this, but if you want me to, I can talk a little bit more. Just let me know if, well, inside the comments, if you want me to kind of talk more or talk less inside my videos, but I'll try to keep it even if nobody comments. So just let me know inside the comments, because I read all my comments, because, well, yeah, but the reason why I don't really edit my videos is because I've been kind of struggling to juggle school and content creating. But once I get out of school for the summer, you'll see me post more. But sometimes the reason why I might not be posting is if I'm taking a break, and I'll let you guys know if I'm taking a break for stuff like school. But yeah, sometimes I don't. Sometimes, like with the winter stuff, next winter, for this year, I will actually try to post videos. Yep, now that we kind of got the walls done, if you want to paint, what the heck? Yeah, that's been going on for a while. Where that happens, but if that happens, don't worry. Like, if the block just all of a sudden does what you just saw, it's okay. Just rebuild it. So yeah, but if you think that it's probably not going to, it rarely happens, but yeah. But yeah, I will try to see if they can fix that. But yeah. So yep, now that you've gotten the door kind of ready, you remove this pillar. And then now that, don't do that. But yep, but now what you do, you'll notice that it got all of a sudden bright, which is why you do this. But if you think, oh no, why is it supposed to do this? Yes, if you put a window like this, but let's say you didn't. Yo, what the heck? This probably will not happen, but yeah. I'm real quickly just going to move the wall up for my net. But we will, inside this video, we will be decorating the house. So yeah. Anyway, yep, so yeah. First, what we're going to do is we're going to be working on the bedroom. So I'm going to make each section a room. For instance, like this is going to be the bedroom. So then again, you put the door right here if you own the doors. If not, don't panic. But I'm real quickly, if you want to, you can do that. I'm gonna do this. So yeah, and yeah. Nope, did not mean to copy the door. If you're curious on how I'm doing this, you go into the settings, and yeah, if you don't know how to go to settings, press the button with the lines. Do that, and then this menu will pop up, and you go to, you do this. Make sure you go to page 4, and then, 5. Then you'll see Quick Craft. You make sure that is on, and then say quick, and then I'll say QC pick block in play mode. You put that on. If you want to do this inside of creative mode, put this on. If you want to do it in play mode, put it on, and then yeah, you'll be able to do this inside of creative mode. So play mode. So yeah. And now you don't have to decorate. I'm just gonna be, so if you kind of want to do this or not, you can decorate it however you'd like. And yeah, I'm just gonna put the bed there. Yep, then we're going to I don't know, just trying to find something to put. Oh yeah, let's make a sink. So first, how I like to make a sink is I'll do this, put that like that. And then or yeah, for instance, I'm just going to do basically what you get is if you own this, go to wiring and go to 1x1 or 1x1 computer monitor, put it like that. Then what you then do is grab a blue type of color and you'll see how it'll still be black. What you do is you put that like that, and then you just press. Oh wow, so that needs to actually be active. So yeah, we can just skip the sink idea since that will obviously not really work. I just thought of that and thought that'd be a good idea. But obviously, yeah, if you want to, you can. So I'm just going to, so in total there is going to be, I'm just gonna erase this. So the total base of it should be the total base thing should be about the total first of this should be 318 blocks. And then now let's work on the attic, I guess, but you won't be able to go into the attic. You're just going to, for a second you might think, oh, we're doing that again. No, we are not doing that again. I'm just going to be showing you guys how to do like the roof. So first what you're going to do is you're going to do this. Now you don't have to do this, I'm just doing this so it looks cool. And yep, then you place it like this, and start doing this. The quickest way to do it is, in my opinion, it's QuickCraft. So yeah, I might edit this video or I might not. Make sure it's not a long video. Yep, so then you do this. So yep, then you kind of do this pattern and kind of like repeat. Rinse and repeat. Pretty much don't rinse. It's not actually rinsing, it's just. And if it helps you do this. Yep, then just start doing this. And then, yeah, and then I'll show you how it's supposed to be when it's done, so, yeah. So, yep. Now I'm just going to continue doing this. Now you might be thinking, then why don't we just put that like this and that? It's just, I think it will look cooler if you do this. But I feel like it really adds on with the brick design. in my opinion. So it's up to you. So I don't know, it's kind of up to you if you want to do this or not. Then you can do this. Wait a minute. I don't know. I'm doing this to see how that kind of be like that. So now let's actually complete this. Nope. Grab that. Oh. Yep. So then, yep, you do this. And so far, it may kind of look like a pyramid, which is kind of how it's supposed to look. Then, yep. Yep, then you do kind of like this. Then, yep. Now it should look kind of like this. And it should be... Nope. Should be 499 blocks. So, yeah. But then yet again, you don't really have to do this since this is kind of, looks kind of big, but yeah. And then if you want to, you don't have to, but I really like decorating this because I feel like it looks kind of cool. If you want to, I'm just going to show you a bunch of the stuff you can do. For this, so I guess you can kind of do this. I guess I don't really know. So, yep. Instead of having to place like a 1x1 like that. So then, yeah. Just kind of do that. And if you want to, you can place both of these. And then, again, this is optional. You don't actually have to do this. But, like I said, I like doing this. But you basically kind of go into the, yes, right here. And you can put the 2x2 bush. Nope. Hold up, where'd that block go? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, yep. Let's just go ahead and you, nope, do this. And then you stop once you get to here, and then yeah, you kind of have this. Let's see how much blocks that is. 557. So yeah, this is pretty simple. Now again, you don't have to do the bushes part. I just like doing it. And now we get on to painting. You can paint it whatever color you like. For instance, like you can do this. You could not. I don't really know. It's up to you. So yeah. But then yet again, you can also, let me show you the fast and easy way on how to do this but you don't want to have it kind of look like mine. You just kind of want to do it like quick and fast. You do this. Just like how you did the first time. You make kind of like a window. Then yep, you then just like how you did last time, you fill in this to again make it look like this. And then if you want to, and you just kind of want to get going on with your day. Now again, you don't have to really do this, but you put this like this. Nope, that was one off. So then, yep. Yep, then you kind of like do this. And then you kind of just want to go get a door. For instance, I'm just going to go get this door. Just kind of like put it in the middle. And then, yep, what you do now is you just kind of like, just if you want to, you can do this. Yep, then you do this. But yeah, then you do this. So yep, and then yeah, you kind of just do the same right here. Just grab this. So yep. Now if you want to do that again, you can just wait a minute. Perfect. Wait. Okay. I'll be there here in a minute. Yep, then you do this. Now it doesn't matter if it has to be even or not with the door. And just like how you did last time, you just do this, and if you want to, you can just do this, and if you just want a simple house, again, you just do this, and boom. A very simple house. Simple, quick, and easy, and if you want to make a detailed house, it could be this one. So, yeah. That's all for today's video. 6 time. Bye, guys.